Hey, how you doing? This is Martin at Willow Pharmacy. It is the middle of October and it is the perfect time for you to go out and get your flu vaccination. Now, I don't do flu vaccinations at my pharmacy, the clinic does it, but many pharmacies do. The best reason why now is a good time to do it is because we're not actually seeing the flu in the community right now. That flu vaccination takes about 2 weeks to work in your system and have a proper immune response and provide you with the ability to fight off the flu if you get exposed to it. So do it now before we start seeing flu in the community. The absolute latest that you should get the flu shot, in my opinion, is about November 10th. Because 14 days after the 10th is Thanksgiving. And everybody comes home. The college kids come home, the soldiers come home, people travel to go see their families, everybody's on the planes, the trains, the automobiles, and invariably, on the Monday following the Thanksgiving holiday, we start seeing flu cases. It only takes about 3 days from being exposed to the flu to actually start coming down with the symptoms. So, that's why this is the best time to go do it. Now, I like to I'll talk about the flu for just a second, the flu vaccination specifically, and talk about some common myths and some things I've observed over the year. One of the things I've observed over the years is that there's two types of people. Those that regularly go out and get the flu vaccination religiously every year, they put it on their calendar and they go out and do it. And those that say, I never get the flu shot and I never got the flu. And those people say that until they get the flu. And not just the real mild, feeling kind of bad for a couple day flu, or not quite sure if that was the flu or a stomach bug. But when the flu really hits you and lays you out for 7 to 10 days and just makes your life miserable and leaves you weak for 2 to 3 weeks afterwards, people tend to become converts and they're like, yeah, I'm going to go get the vaccination from now on. We just recently had a gentleman come in here last week. He got his first flu vaccination this fall. I was filling his prescriptions and I said, hey, you got good insurance, you have 0 copays. And he said, yes, I hit my maximum out-of-pocket deductible. I said, how'd you accomplish that? I got the flu in January. I spent 28 days in the hospital, nearly died. It happens. And people forget that about the flu. And the strange thing is that the flu doesn't just kill the old and the weak. It kills the young and the healthy. And it's partially because the young and the healthy kind of kill themselves when they're exposed to the flu. They have such a violent reaction because they have such a strong, healthy immune system. They wind up kind of killing themselves when they get exposed to the flu. And it's not uncommon every couple of years to hear about a strong, strapping 18-year-old quarterback, a young college professional athlete to have been killed by the flu. And that's a tragedy, especially when it not entirely preventable, but easily preventable with the flu shot. The flu shots aren't always 100% effective, but it's still your best defense. They're about $30. They're cheap. They're not harmful. You can't get the flu from the flu shot. You'll meet many old timers that say, oh, I always get the flu when I get the flu shot. And if I ask those old timers, so where'd you go to get the flu shot when you got the flu, and what time of year was it? Well, typically they'll tell you they went to their doctor's office in the middle of January during the middle of flu season. And that tells me that when they were sitting in that waiting room around everybody else who had the flu, they got exposed to the flu. And then 3 days later, they hadn't quite got the immune response to the flu vaccination. They get the flu and they think the flu shot gave them the flu. And typically what happens, they got the flu from being exposed to it at the doctor's office. It's one of the reasons why I like getting a vaccination at a pharmacy is that there's not a waiting room there. You may have sick people in the pharmacy, but they don't typically have a waiting room full of sick people sitting there coughing, waiting to go in to see the doctor. You can typically get in, get your vaccination in a fairly timely manner, and get on out. I know that a lot of people don't like to vaccinate because of the perceived anti-vax hysteria that surrounds it, but flu vaccines are safe. If you're pregnant, get a note from your doctor, get the vaccination. It's just an easy way to prevent a problem that can really turn quite serious. So I just urge everybody to go out there and get that, knock that off the list, make it part of your life. So as long as you're not allergic to eggs, as long as you're feeling good, And if you have 30 bucks in your pocket, I bet there's a pharmacy close by that'll take care of you. Go out there and knock that off your list today. My name is Martin at Willow Pharmacy. If you have any questions, reach out to me and I'll be happy to answer them. Thanks a lot and have a great day.